There's some people who would say, hey, come on, whether you like it or not, there are some people who take it personal and say they don't like what you're doing and they don't like you. That is why perhaps maybe we should go with Femi Gbajabiamila, who is saying that maybe perhaps there should be some set standards. We now say, okay, these are some of the things we look out for before we can say this man or woman deserve this honor. But if we just say people should nominate people, is also tantamount to being abused. Isn't that what it seems?
I don't think so. You see, I don't think so. You see, I am always embarrassed when I see people who have been given national award in the past and they've been indicted in one corrupt probe or investigation.
Like who?
I'll give you an instance. A one-time Inspector General of Police, Tafa Balogun, had an award. He was sent to jail because he stole money. Right now, that award is still with him. Yeah, it hasn't been collected. I want to see a situation where people who have been given award in the past, who are indicted or who are to face, who are undergoing trials, those awards should be collected. That was why I said that what is happening now is a rape on the collective sensibility of Nigerian masses. Can you give an award to somebody and that person is indicted, is called a criminal, or he's been sent to prison and is out and is still holding our award? It's an insult. It's a mockery on this nation.
So, I mean, this could have happened after the person left office. What would you have us do now? Would you say we should go through the awards list, as it were, or what would you recommend should be done so that our honors list, at least by your standard, would truly be honorable?
Yeah, what I'm saying is this. List should be sent out. Nigerian masses should have their contribution. Now, let's look at it again from this angle. Do you know how many billions of naira is always being wasted on this? Billions, not millions, billions of naira being wasted when we are saying Nigeria is going bankrupt. And we waste billions of naira. Can't we even put a hold to it? Must it be hold on. Must it be an annual ritual?
You're still talking about the process.
Yes,
I think
please.
we should focus more on the process before we go to how much it actually costs.
All right.
You were telling us something about what you would rather. You said the list should be sent out. I was following you from there.
Yes. The list should be made public, probably months before the program is done. Then Nigerians should be allowed to make their contribution. All right? And by that, whatsoever result comes out of it will be the mindset of Nigerians. I gave an instance earlier. Yeah. You conducted an opinion poll here, and we heard what Nigerians said. If such is done, whoever is having our national award will be respected nationally and internationally. But what I'm telling you now is that our award, as far as I'm concerned, is becoming worthless.
That looks more to me like a ban of marriage. You know how the court sometimes publish to say, if you have any objections, please. But the thing is, how would you know? It would seem that we will have to have a laborious investigative process, because all sorts of people can write in and say, this person doesn't deserve for so and so reason. And sometimes some of these reasons could be spurious. Don't you also see it being subjected to that?
I will not see it from that point of view, Mokwe. I'll give you an instance. I know you very well. I know what you do. Look, if you are bad, you are bad. If you are good, people will know you are good. Now, we're talking about, I want to bring us back to something very important. I was just reading through the newspaper this morning. I read through where Donyo Kupe, the essay to Mr. President, was defending an award that is to be given to Mike Adenuga. I don't have any personal problem with Mike Adenuga. But the issue is this. He's an overall head of an oil company that has just been indicted, Con Oil, for God's sake.
Indicted by who?
By the list that was brought out among the people, among the companies that has taken money from.
Who brought out the list?
It's there. It's there. Con Oil is involved.
Who? Which list? Who brought it out?
Is on the list of among the companies that is supposedly taking money for oil subsidy.
Supposedly.
That's what I'm saying. In as much, even if it's supposedly or anyhow, that company has been indicted. Mike, look, Doyokupe was saying, he said that there's a difference between Mike Adenuga and Con Oil, and I disagree with him, my brother. I disagree totally with him.
Well, that's still continuing the process because, I mean, our law says a man is innocent until proven guilty by a court of law. So maybe we should just take clear of that unless the court pronounces otherwise. And
so,
by the way...
So what happens tomorrow? What happens tomorrow?
No, that's
he's
the way
been
the
given
law...
an award, and will you collect it back from him?
That's the way that law is until it's changed. So that's the way that
That was. Please come again with that law. Come again with that law.
A man is innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. That's the way it is here.
Tafa Balogun got the award when he was innocent. Now he has been proven to be guilty. Has the award been collected?
Declan,
yes, please.
You named someone that the list, you even said it yourself, supposedly guilty.
Yeah.
It's an allegation, so please, he's not guilty by your pronouncement.
All
so
right,
to that extent, yes. And by the way, how are we not even sure that your town union leader was the one that removed the list you submitted? Because you said you gave him your list. And so it's a process. So if you don't understand how the process works, he might have even looked at your list and said, well, what in the world is Declan talking about? Put my name there, my friend, and you wouldn't even know. And then he comes and tells you, Declan, don't mind that man. He's the one that stopped your name. So it's bigger and deeper, more dynamic than from what you've explained. It could be.
Slimon. Just few months.
That's
Chamberlain, sorry. Few months ago, a man, a taxi driver, was very honest, found money, returned it. A list is out. His name is not there.
Did your town union see that?
I'm coming. That man, you saw him. You know what he did. I know what he did.
I wasn't in the taxi. I didn't see that.
No, but you read about it. He did something very, very unique.
Oh.
Okay? His name is not on that list. Probably because he is not in the class.
So does it mean that everybody has to agree with every name on that list for it to be accepted?
Well, it has to be subjected to public opinion. It has to be subjected. If Mr. President is giving out an award, he could give out an award to anybody he feels. That's his own. But when it comes to national, I stated before, you should have contribution to make, for God's sake. I should be able to contribute. That's the truth. You should be able to contribute.
But you said you did, and you're not sure if it's your town union leader that stopped your list.
All I know is that whether he stopped it or he didn't stop it, all I know, I submitted a credible name. Until today, it's still causing problem.
That credible name was only from your perspective.
Well, it could be from my perspective.
Who else saw it was credible? You never know. That's the way it is.
Oh, well.
That's the way it is with public matters like that. You know, everybody cannot be on the same page on this. It's a democracy. I just have to contend, and so it works that way. But yes, we get your point. It's got to be a lot more transparent if it isn't, as you say. But from the look of things now, we still have a merit list, don't we? And the two aspects of it, are we lumping everything together? Because you got some fantastic academics who have also been honored. Isn't that credible?
I said, those that doesn't deserve it already know they don't deserve it.
How do you know they don't? Because they've accepted this thing.
I'll give you an instance. Late Gani Fawemi was given. He rejected it because he said until he sees certain things right. Chinua Achebe rejected it. And in this nation too, we are aware of those that were given higher award, and at the time they were given lower award, and they said, what is happening?